6 million! 6 bloody million! What are we talking about? Sammie Szmodics to Ipswich Town for just 6 million? You're having a laugh. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today, we're taking a look at some transfer rumours with players going out this time. And today, it's the latest hot topic. Sammie Szmodics, Ipswich Town, £6 million. What are we bloody smoking here, guys? Absolute ridicule. Rovers again. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing? Record goal scorer last season in the Championship, Golden Boot winner by a distance. Sammie Szmodics could be heading to Portman Road in the Premier League for just a £6 million chunk of change. We'll get into all of that, of course, in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe. Your one-stop shop for Rovers is right here under one Rooski. So this week we'll see a lot of transfer rumours for players coming in, but this one is a player potentially going out. Now, Ipswich are not the only team into this, and we'll tell you all about that in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash the old subscribe. So let's take a look at the article just to show you that I'm not talking out my arse. It's true. It's here. It's been rehashed by the Football League World here, but it does stem, I think, from an article, probably Matey Boy, whatever his name is. I don't know. Regardless, it's out there. It could be Alan Nixon's thing, but E1 Mason is the one who did this article, so he's found a link somewhere. So let's talk about. I've not got some sexy graphics for this one. I'm just talking about my personal opinion on this deal if it was to go through. So 6 million is an insult. It really is an insult for a player that just banged in 20 odd goals from his second striker role or whatever position you want to call it. Whereas we were banding around 20 million during the back in May into the month of June. So what is this 6 million all about? Now, what I'm hearing is that there is a clause in a contract that was signed by Sammie Szmodics. It's Rovers, baby. It's fucking Rovers. To maybe a possible low fee for clause like this, 6 million, because Sammie Szmodics did just sign a new extension back in November. I think John Dahl Thompson, is still there. We managed to get him signed up. A couple of other players signed up, and that was peak time where Szmodics was banging in the goals for fun, and it looked like we had all the cards in our hands. Now I don't know. I've not really looked in the fine details of this contract and this mumbling of around 6 million, and I have been looking at the back and forth chat between journalist Alan Nixon is saying, I think he's referencing that this is nonsense, that the 6 million fee is nonsense, that doesn't exist or what have you. There's also talk currently that Rovers are still trying to change the full plan here and try and offer Sammie Szmodics another deal that may eradicate any minimum release fees, which something we probably should have thought about in the initial instance. So if that's the case, that we offered Sammie Szmodics a contract in November, which he signed, and now we're trying to offer him another one now to basically cover our own arses. It's just Rovers, baby. It's Rovers through and through. Nonsense. We are learning on the fucking job. That's what it sounds like. That's what it feels like. So 6 million for me. If that's the fee, that's a slap in the dick, a big time slap in the dick. Now, Ipswich are, of course, the teams linked with him with that fee. Everton, of course, might come back again with a similar sort of deal if that's the case. Rovers, though, need to hold firm on this one and try and deny this, because this is. I'll talk about the perspective of Sammie Szmodics in a second, but 6 million is just stupid. It'd be a mind-boggling thing. He has had a season of his life, Sammie Szmodics. Will that come back again next season? I don't know, but we'll dig into the reverberations that would happen if Rovers were to play hardball and drag this out into the start of the season in a second. But 6 million, I think we paid around about 2.5, maybe even 3 million for him in the first place. And that might have been laced with incentives as well. And maybe that's, of course, something that's allowed this 6 million to happen. Maybe if a deal above 6 million would then maybe a 50% sell on goes to Peterborough, and of course if that's like 10 million and then of course 50% after that goes to Peterborough, then that might make a bit more logic in that sense. So maybe that's the logic behind this 6 million fee. Anything above that, again, I'm just spitballing here. This is what I'm thinking that could be behind this if this valuation is true. If this valuation is nonsense and this is bullshit and smoke and mirrors, and that 6 million fee is not even going to be talked about, then that's fair enough. But that would make some sense if anything above 6 million, you know, a lot of that goes to Peterborough. Maybe that's why this 6 million is being thrown around. There's no smoke without fire, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that we saw that with other rumours and scenarios as well. You know, the Ashley Phillips stuff, Adam Wharton deal, all these kind of things bubbling. There's always a spark to it, and this is a bit of a spark, and it's gaining significant traction right now. But let's talk about the deal for Sammie Szmodics. Sammie Szmodics wants to play in the Premier League. He hasn't got many chances left. If he does stick around at Blackburn Rovers, guess what? It looks like we're going to have a pretty shitty season ahead, and we could be repeating what we had last time, of course, with survival being the main focus. So Sammie Szmodics does not want to be at Blackburn Rovers. No, he might love the club and all this kind of stuff, and he's enjoyed his time, incredible season. But his stock is high. His stock is high. He has to make that move this season. He could have a shit season next season and never grace the Premier League. This is his window. He's going to go. Whether he kicks his toys out of a pram, demands a transfer request, yes. Or can it be done graciously also? Never does talk about another contract. That ain't gonna happen. I'd love to see it. I really would. And if it was to happen, I'd eat my hat. I would. I'd eat it because this is his window. He's 28. He'll be 29 this year, this season. He ain't going to get another chance to play in the Premier League, especially after the season he's just had. So regardless of that talk, this £6 million though thing has to go away. We got to get to a little bit more than that. Hopefully that's the case. As for, do I think he will be playing for Blackburn Rovers this season? My only take on that is he might start the season with Blackburn Rovers. He might get 2, 3, or even 4 games in before the official transfer window shuts. But I believe he'll play the majority of his games at another club this season. He might get a couple of games, a couple of goals as well. Might even play in the League Cup. But I do think he will be gone by the transfer window in the summer because we'll play him, and of course maybe we're playing hard, but we'll give him his move. But at I think at a better price. 6 million is a laughing stock. That's just my take. What is your take on it? And of course, do you think he'll be playing in the Premier League for Ipswich? Do you think he'll be in the Premier League playing for Everton? Or do you think something else will come into the play? That is my take on it, guys. Subscribe, smash the like. Of course, we'll be back this week loaded with transfer rumours. A lot of them players coming in, but of course, as they break, players that are going out. We'll take a look at those as well. Until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. But until then, we're done.